The Koalition.
You.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
You.
today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Today. And I'm wearing you on. So
oh my
there
God.
you go. Right on. Right.
So, what do you guys want to start with?
Yes. So, leading the team. A lot of turmoil last year. So, how is Dick feeling as a leader right now?
The beginning of season 4, he feels good. You know, he's just defeated Crane in Gotham City. The Titans are working really well together. I feel like season 3, Dick Grayson went through, a period of time where he was struggling with being a leader. He was struggling with, his moral center and how he wanted to ethically fight crime and lead these younger superheroes into being their best selves. Crane was obviously a big psychological villain, and figuring out how to outsmart him was kind of the seasonal arc, as opposed to season 2 where Deathstroke was more of a physical villain, and them kind of battling in hand-to-hand combat was the drama there. This season, the Titans are facing more of a supernatural villain, so it delves into elements of horror and the occult, dark magic and elves and all kinds of weird shit that Dick Grayson hasn't ever encountered before. So he has to rely upon another set of skills and reach out to friends of his that he's met in the past that he normally wouldn't do. So he's basically been thrown. At the beginning of season 4, like I said, he encounters a supernatural adversary who just throttles him, and he has to figure out who they are, what they want, and how to fight them.
Would you say one of the things that I love about the comic is that there are times where he gets real joy. Mm-hmm. He can be such a lighthearted, and I feel like you have that in you, and that you get to do that from time to time. But the show can be so dark, and I find that in all the characters, you all have such sort of humor to the way you perform. Do you think in this season are there moments that he might get some laughs or get to kick back? I mean, I know he's facing a big threat, but
it's a good question, and it's something we definitely need more of. It's a note, and we talk about it a lot. It's something that it's essentially the lighthearted comedic nature of Nightwing is so ever present in the comics, and it's something that fans are really craving for, and it's something that we probably don't deliver as much as we should,
but it's in your performance. I don't want to suggest.
No. I mean, I love doing it when the circumstances are there for me to do it.
Sure.
But it's hard when you're right. The show is dark, and in order to make these moments believable, I have to add weight to them. If someone's died, they've died. I've really got to believe it, and to a lot of the time in creating conflict and drama and setting up an obstacle. It's up to me to deliver the information to the Titans, and if I was to do it in a way that was kind of flourished or forced, it would feel like I wasn't doing the information service. Moments where it does really work, and we have worked on this season, is in the fights. He's Nightwing, he's jumping around, he's flipping, and in and out of a fight, I think it works really well because you have physical moments of rhythm that can kind of, you can joke about your physicality because you've spent a lot of energy and a lot of tension, a lot of kind of resolution fighting these people. At the end of it and the beginning of it, you can kind of, you're committed to try and be funny. There's one bit in the teaser that came out yesterday where I'm fighting these ninjas, and exactly that happened. We were shooting this scene, and there was no dialogue in the scene, I don't think. And we went back to try something. I wanted to try this idea that, that Nightwing hates ninjas, that he's done this before. It's just like doing his tax. I hate doing my tax. We all have to do it. And it worked really well. It's really funny, and it's it's kind of the character that we all love, and there are a few more throughout the season, but that's one that works.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
So I've always loved the Dick Grayson character. I grew up like following that first son, rebellious stage, everything like that. It's been like, I guess like everyone's like kind of story. Now it seems like he has like a little brother in Tim Drake now joining the cast. How is he going to approach training him to be the next Robin after what just happened with Jason Todd?
That's definitely on his mind, you know, trying not to let him be misled or taken advantage of, or, you know, be directed down a path that he can't come back from. The way to remedy that is Dick Grayson doesn't let him into the field of action too soon. He's trying to, you know, hold him back until he's ready, and that frustrates Tim. He wants to kind of, he's a kid. He feels ready. He wants to be involved in the Titans, and you know they kind of, one comes before the other. We need Tim before Dick feels like he would, you know, essentially be ready. And so he sends him, you know, on his last assignment, and basically Tim returns as a Titan. He's ready for combat. Dick can trust him, and they form basically a trust and a relationship from there.
As a leader over the past few seasons, I feel like you've had the world on your shoulders, and through everything. I mean, do we at least get a little bit of a reprieve for you this season, or is it
what? Sorry,
a little rest this year?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know, yes and no. I mean, the rest is that Dick Grayson is not someone who knows a lot about the supernatural, right? So he has to delegate. He has to go out and find people that know more about supernatural and how to defeat a supernatural villain. People who can tell him who he's going up against. So this year it's more of a It's more of a manager role for Dick, trying to figure out who best to direct into certain circumstances, as opposed to, you know, season 1 and 2, where he would go out alone and fight these battles alone. He has a team around him. He knows the smartest thing to do is to delegate, you know, to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. He tries to do that this season.
Thank you guys so much.